Hello. This next stream will be about Black Lives Matter. Okay, and an update with what's going on with me. Okay, the first thing is this. I want to read this. Some may know this and some may not. I know this from my elementary school. Okay, some consider white to be a color because white light comprises all hues on the visible light spectrum. And many do consider black to be a color because you combine other pigments to create it on paper. But in a technical sense, black and white are not colors, they're shades. So, like I said, some may already know that and some may not. Okay, black and white are shades and not colors. Uh, so, what this is about this time is Black Lives Matter. Do they really matter? Okay, you may take the time and consider it and think about it. Okay, because a lot of times I will think about it and say to myself, obviously not with the things that's going on in the world today. It obviously our lives don't matter. So and then some with me, like my father would say, they're doing the math work, but not the work in stopping the racism or making things better for people of color. So for me, I would say not. Okay, I'm just being honest. That's what I feel. And also, too, I want to reiterate that these streamings are based on my honesty, truth, and the ability to try to get people talking about things and my transparency because there's a lot of reality shows and everything, but nothing about the honesty of those reality shows because, you know, uh, you have to think about it. Is it reality or not? So the next thing I will speak about and update on is this about the thing that happened in the office with this lady. So I had an appointment last week for a follow up. And when I came in, I gave them my name and they called me Miss So and so. I said, no, doctor, da 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 da. And the lady just sort of looked at me and I looked back at her, and then she looked down and she said, okay, doctor, whatever, and she said, please fill out these papers while you're waiting. So I did. And then after a few minutes, she called me. And then I went into the doctor's office and he was explaining to me why I had to get another test uh, because it was outdated, and with insurance, there's certain dates you have to get things done, or you have to redo the test over. So that was the thing. So, he was kind, and he was explaining things clearly. I said, all right, no problem. So I came out, and he said, the guy that was at the desk, he said, is anybody waiting on you? I said, no. He said, well, come on. Uh, and he said, your name? And I gave him my name, Dr. You know. And he said, okay. So he looked up what I needed to get done. And then he said, Miss, I said, no. I said, doctor, you know. And he just looked at me. And then I looked around the room and I noticed that everybody at the desk, it was like a circle or a block or whatever, and you had people in that block working. But no, not at that time. Everybody had their eyes on me. And I said, that's interesting. I said, something is going on here. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure of what's going on. So he worked up the papers and then everything, and then he goes, Miss So-and-so. I said, no, doctor, and I said, a person may get something wrong unintentionally one time, maybe two times, but three and four times. I said, no, something is amiss here. So I just went ahead and went out, and this just made me think. I said, what this person had asked me said that it wasn't intentional, but the more I think about it, it was intentional because she did not correct it when I said Dr. So and so. She didn't immediately say, okay, Dr. So and so. Because if you make a mistake in, like, for example, your name, and, maybe it's Mary Sue, one name together, and then somebody call you up, and then they say, Mary, you're not just going to go on with it. You're going to correct them and say, no, Mary Sue. And then the lady going to look on the paper and say, oh, okay, Mary Sue. But no, this lady never did. And until this day, today, she has never corrected it and said, Dr. So and so. And my daughter had asked, we was discussing this, and she said, did she ever apologize to you? I said, no, she never even mentioned it again. But also, too, I noticed when we were talking the other day about uh, change an appointment of mine because of clash of time or something else that I needed to do. Uh, I noticed that while we was talking and I was asking questions, she just talked over me, you know. And then I stopped. And then she said, no, Dr. So-and-so. I said, well, blah, 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 blah. And she talked over me again. She just talked over me. She wasn't listening to anything I said. It was just what she said. Uh, so we got things straightened out, and I said, thank you. So for me, this is intentional racism. And this person, her boss, should have taken care of it when it happened, but this person did not. And as long as it's going on, I'm going to keep on talking about this because this is a racial injustice and it need to be handled. So since this has been going on, I've felt less than. I really haven't felt comfortable. And I wonder why people are allowing the racism to continue. Because I wonder, does Black life really matter to many people? Does it to you?